motema ezaya yo Yesu liloba nanu ebimina monoko te oyebi nyonso bitumba oyo nga nanu napundi te deja yopesi elonga yango nakoyemba nakoyemba o Yawe o Yawe basi na ngai Yesu yengi nani Yawe o basi na ngai Yesu singa nani Yawe Hallelujah Amen
Yo nzamba bokeseni osala kalolingi abato mokilite bebisika yoleki bine mono tsikali pona mikeke na mikeke
Nzambe nanga Nzambe ya bokeseni oyebi nyonso obataka esika moto asukeli po ayemba nzembo esika nazokende deja yo butikuna obongisi nyonso nzambe na nzela yote na moto natamboli na assurance elongi ya mosingala lokola libende batie na moto basololaki na Yawe bomonga moto nabemi yo na nzoto nangenga tetenge nini ongali Nzambe yame motenga nanga Haleluya Yawe
ezayo Yesu
Haleluya Nzambo yasalaka makambo kozanga toli oyebi nyonso ozalaka na posa te babetela yo lisolo oyeba vi ya moto nani abilila yo asangwa nani alanda yo afunga nani achila yo motema yoka soni esalema wapi Nzambe nanga Nzambe ya bokeseni Nzambe ya différence Yesu bokeseni Yesu salelanga makambo ya bokeseni ekoma lisolo kobeta nakela sito na mosala ekoma témoignage avenu nanga bayoka sango fami nanga bayoka sango Nzambe nanga azali ya bokeseni etikala sango il est vivant Yoshua lokola za vivant akosala kaka Yesu aza na nyonso Nzambe ya ngai soki aza na nyonso nga mpe naza na nyonso kati na ye elelelelile 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 Nzambe oyo sunga
Elombe Yesu Nzambe banga compliqué Célibat masque de vieillesse esengi nani esengi nganga ya kisite kata mwasi ya koko elongo te bisika na kosukela nani akokomba Nzambe azanga ndelo Yesu Nzambe aleki moto na nyonso bongo lisolo ya vinanga nani akoma yango nani akokyotia mwa ebongo ndoki aloba nini yoka zenga 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 mamu yese zenga mamu yese oyo.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys, and also why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018. Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I'd like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer.
Hello everyone, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fabulous. Wherever you are, I greet you in the name of Jesus. And yes, we are Friday. Here we go again and gather together to be able to bring you something amazing, something that useful, that is something that is very useful. Welcome to Etincelle. Yes, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. This show is all about bringing amazing people who have amazing testimony to be able to enlighten you that is out there probably going through the toughest time of your life. We are human and somehow we all go through struggles, and sometimes my struggle can be maybe, can be a little bit difficult to understand, and maybe you can be able to understand it by just sharing or by just speaking about it. And this is why today we have amazing people on the show to be able to talk about it, so you can be able to recognize that the dark place where you are, the struggles, and be able to finally come out of it, sparkle, be able to see the light through that tunnel, and moving forward to where you're supposed to go, to where you're supposed to go, on who you're supposed to be. And so I will give us just a 2-minute break, and we'll come back straight after, and so I can be able to finally introduce you my guest. Thank you. Engengi nyonso awa yomponi motema nanga tika nangenga yawe loboko ekatisaka bibale ezaya yo Yesu loboko ekotaka tina motema ezaya yo Yesu liloba nanu ebimi na monoko te oyebi nyonso bitumba oyo nga nanu napundi te deja yopesi elonga yango nakoyemba nakoyemba o yawe o yawe pasi na ngai esengi nani yawe o pasi na ngai ezosenga nani Yahweh. finally back up on Etincelle, and yes, as you can see, we have a couple people, amazing people who has amazing testimony, and I'll finally be able to introduce every single one of them so you can meet them as well. So I will start with on my right, and we have our amazing prophet David Efole. Yes, welcome, prophet.
Que Dieu vous bénisse. Mon nom c'est David Efole Nissogi. Comme je toujours dis, la vie d'une personne, c'est une phrase que l'Éternel a prononcée. Et dans ces temps difficiles, et dans ces temps de cette pandémie, sache-le que ta vie, c'est une phrase que l'Éternel a prononcée. Et nous sommes ici pour partager quelque chose avec vous. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Merci.
Amen. Yes, right next to him we have PT Nickel. He is a personal trainer, and you can also find him on Instagram at Yamakasi. Welcome, Nickel.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's the first time to be here, and it's a pleasure.
Yes.
You know, my name is Nickel. I'm PT, personal trainer, professional. I do more to that. Well, I live that side.
Yeah.
So if you want to see more about me, you can see me at Instagram at Yamakasi Fitness, and I also have a Snapchat with the same name, and etc. etc.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Right next to me we have the beautiful Josiane Dembo, who is a medical student at Cambridge University. She's also an interpreter at Apostolic Bethel Church. Welcome. Josiane.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it was it is a pleasure. Thank you. So right next to me we have the beautiful young Daniela Bila, who is the daughter of Apostle Mylene Diaye Bila de Progrès et de Prospérité, and also daughter of Dr. Christian Bila. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, so I'm so happy to have you, as this is going to be not just not the usual Etincelle we usually have. This is going to be a talk show, and I really would like you guys to speak freely. This is an English show, but we will also have French, so feel free to speak in a language that you feel comfortable. We'll be talking about the theme, as you all know, is respect, fear, and authority. The reason why we're doing the second part of the show is because last week, as you all know, I had the beautiful Josiane on my show, and we spoke about respect. We said that respect is basically defined as, it can be seen as individual. Depending on the person. Respect is when you give someone an admiration. You admire this person, you give that person, you take that person a little bit high, and not just that, but we also said that that respect is basically is a principle. It is an important key to recognize, because in each houses that we know, they also have their own rules and regulations. Knowing yourself, opposite of ego, right? It's all about being humble. You also teach us respect in a way or another. So I will not go too much into details. For those who were not there connected, I'll please gonna ask you to go to Facebook on Bethel's TV, sharing the gospel around the world, and you can scroll down to, I think it was the 22nd to 28th. Today we our guest on the live that we had last time, they basically asked us to go back, not just about elaborate more on the respect, right? So what's the difference between respect and fear, for example, and then authority, because there's this fine line in between, and not everyone do understand that. And we also said that because of the month of March is represented for the mothers, and mothers currently right now are crying, and they're asking for the children to get back their respect. But do the children understand what respect truly means? Question mark. And this is why we are coming back to you on your TV screen. And so we're going to ask you please to share as much as you can. Try to connect yourself, as someone needs this information right now. Share as much as you can so we can create a bigger audience, so across the world the people can see and hear exactly what we're going to be talking about. And so, so for any further ado, let's begin. All right, guys, let's do this.
Yeah,
This is going to be a talk show. Respect, respect, respect. Can anyone define to me what fear means? Because we already elaborated on respect and we already gave the definition of respect. So, let's start with Nicole, for example. Yeah, what does it mean, fear to you?
Um, fear. There's a lot in when we're talking about fear. For me, fear is a sign of weakness.
Okay.
Should I say? And something that you weak, and something that you're scared to face it. Do you know what I mean? Fear is something that when you weak at something or you're scared to lose something, so you always try to judge yourself before even you can test yourself. So many people when it comes to fear, and then it's like a be in the dark with your eyes open, so you don't know what's in front of you. But if you take a second, close your eyes for a second, open, you can be able to see in the dark. So in the same way you can deal with fear. Do you understand? And the fear is about, don't rush into take a decision or to try to worry about what can happen, because it hasn't happened yet until you start making the first step.
That's true.
Understand? So you have to be able to take a second, or you can take one step back. Just breathe. Because when it comes to fear, it's a test that you're trying to trigger yourself. It's like a vehicle over a key. But remember that there's always something that can help you to overcome your fear into your strength, to become stronger. So it's a test of yourself. Before somebody else can come to help you when you're in fear, so you have to be able to earn that trust from somebody else, so they can put themselves into your lane in order for you to overcome your fear to your strength. Do you understand? So that's the way. That's why I take it with fear. And I like to be in that position of fear, because that is test of myself.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
That's true.
Same as dangerous, they're all the same thing. But there's more into that. I don't want to go into detail because
no, please go into details, because it's all about elaborating
Take your
this
time.
situation. Yes.
I tell people around me, because every single time you fear to do something or you're scared to do something, there's a reason why. Because you judge yourself before you can even try it. It's like you just want to exit the situation at the time because you're scared, because you don't want to know what's the outcome, or if I fail, what's gonna happen, and what's the other they're gonna say, they will laugh at me. So you always, you forgot about the strength in you. So we always looking for a quick judgment to let ourselves down. Okay, you know what? Okay, I know I might be scared of doing this, or I'm scared to, to face this situation. But if you try it, and the more you try, you kind of like try to build a different energy around you, and with that energy keep it coming, and you keep it going. It's like when you're pumping a balloon. So you keep it going, So if you want it to be bigger, so the more high you point the balloon, just keep it blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. But everything has a limit to it, So you need to know, okay, how far I can go. Where you think like, okay, that's enough. What I've done is enough. There's a reason you have to take a break into that. So always look up behind you to see, okay, how far you have come from where you started before you doubt yourself, and how far you have gone from where you started to where you are now. So that can actually tell you, okay, see, because if you judge yourself then, you will not be able to be where you are now. But because you didn't judge yourself, just take the risk, whether I lose it or not, I'm gonna try it. So that try is the key to build your strength back, to find yourself. Because many of us, they can do more than what we fear. Because sometimes fear is the sign of, okay, like is whether we test ourselves, whether we're strong or not, whether we're capable to do something or not. We just want to rely on other people to do our jobs, and we can just be behind them. And if you want to be a leader, then you have to always face your fear, because then you cannot find yourself. You know, that's what I take as.
Oh wow, thank you so much. I would say, Daniela, how would you define fear? And we can go on to the other.
For me, fear. See, there's different aspects of fear, right? So you could be fearful of something really minor, as in, like Brother Nicole said, like you can be scared of the dark. Let's say that's a fear that you have, that you're scared as well to overcome. So you're not gonna put yourself in a situation where you're in the dark. But let's say your fear of heights. You're not gonna again put yourself in a situation where you're gonna be high in the heights, because you're scared of it. But there are certain people in life that like the thrill of their fear, and they face that fear, and they go for it. Like people that do, like flying from a plane, like jumping out of a plane, or doing skydiving, all that stuff. People actually face it because it's the thrill, it's the excitement of actually going and overcoming it. And there are people like that don't try to overcome it because they're too like scared, and they're apprehensive of what to do. So they don't try to do it. Honestly, for fear is, there's so many different like details you can go into it. But like I said, there's different types of fear, and that type of fear I think is the general type of fear that everyone just goes for, like being scared of the dark, or being scared of heights, scared of spiders, different like type of things like that. Yeah.
I like that. Just before I go to my other, other guest, be able to explain more in details what fear truly means, according to them. What I wanted to say is, like, please do feel free to call us with this number, 073 95 626339. And would you like to give your number? Or
yeah, I don't mind. 079 332 102.
Yeah, I can. 073 95 62 63 39. Yeah, so
079 332 102.
I don't know. We put one number up there.
Yeah. So like I said, feel free to call us to ask any question that you feel like you need more answers into it when it comes to respect, fear, and authority, as we're gonna elaborate it even more in depth. And so yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. So going on to Prophet David.
Que Dieu vous bénisse. Merci pour ces moments, et merci pour votre invitation. Et encore merci pour la question. Je dis encore merci à la sœur Daniela et le frère Rachidi. Nickel. Merci beaucoup. Vous savez, je vais essayer de lire quelque chose sur la peur selon Larousse. Il a dit, la peur, c'est une émotion qui accompagne la prise de conscience d'un danger ou d'une menace. C'est ça la peur. En d'autres termes, la peur, c'est une arme que l'ennemi utilise pour déstabiliser la vie d'une personne. David a dit dans le livre de Psaume 123, il a dit, même si je traverse dans la vallée de l'ombre de la mort, je ne crains aucun mal, car il est avec moi. Donc il voulait tout simplement dire qu'en toi, il y a une chose, en toi il y a une capacité, il y a un don, en toi il y a une force. Et le diable sait, le monde spirituel savent que si tu as peur, tu ne peux rien faire. La peur est capable de détruire ta vision. La peur est capable de détruire tes potentiels, tes capacités, tes talents. Si tu marches avec la peur, tu ne peux pas arriver. La peur, c'est une porte de danger dans la vie d'une personne. La peur, c'est une porte de l'ennemi, c'est une porte spirituelle que le diable utilise pour déstabiliser beaucoup des élus, beaucoup de personnes qui ont de la grâce. C'est pour cela, bien-aimé dans le Seigneur, là où tu es, tu me suis. Pendant cette époque, vous savez, il y a beaucoup de gens qui sont morts. Dans cette époque, ils n'étaient pas malades. À cause de la peur, ils ont seulement eu peur que non, nous allons mourir, et on va commencer à laver le main à chaque instant. La peur a tué beaucoup de gens et beaucoup sont devenus déstabilisés, sont devenus paralysés à cause de la peur. Donc tu ne peux pas aller très loin si tu as la peur. Tu ne peux pas affronter des grandes choses dans la vie si tu as la peur. Tu ne peux pas faire des grandes décisions et décider, tu ne peux pas avoir de grandes décisions dans la vie si tu as la peur. Donc, le conseil que je peux vous donner cet après-midi que enlevez la peur et marche droit au but et l'Éternel te bénira.
Amen. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, Prophet David. So, what would you say when it comes to fear? You're the own definition.
I think I pretty much agree with what has been said. But for me, I see fear as a self-made limitation in your life. So for example, I am petrified of height.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, it's something that I just can't get over. I've tried, but it's not, you know, like for example, when you go out to eat, for example, ducks and waffles, it's high up. I can do that, it's inside. I just can't do open height. But then I realized that it's not just the height. I'm scared of animals. I don't do animals. But that's only because I've had that experience. Like I got chased by a dog when I was about 3 and I fractured my shoulder.
Oh no.
So from then I've always been scared of animals. But then I realized that your fears is something that you've engraved yourself.
True.
So it's hard to then tell someone that they need to get over their fear if they don't know how to.
How to, exactly.
It's easy to say, oh, get over your fear, you're scared of the dark, learn to sleep, blah, blah, blah. But you need to understand the depth and why that person is scared. Because that's how you're going to get them out of the fear. We can advise you to not be scared. And I completely agree with what you said with, you know, the spiritual and stuff like that. But it's hard to then tell someone not to be afraid, but not understand the reason why they're afraid.
True.
As we grow up, our parents teach us to fear. Alright, so as you're a child, especially growing up in an African household, you are taught to fear either by shouting, you are taught to fear even by getting beats. So your whole life, you are just put fears and fears and fears and fears, and then you grow up, and then they tell you shouldn't be afraid, you shouldn't be scared to do this. How do I undo what was done? How do I undo the reason to why I've got this fear? How do I undo the vision behind my fear? And sometimes being afraid is just a limitation that we place ourselves.
True.
And for me, when it comes to animals, I feel like I've tried. I've had a pet, I had a puppy, I had it for about I think I had Kenzo for about 3 to 6 months. I gave it a go. I had him for 3 to 6 months, and then I realized that he was getting bigger, and then I started to get scared. So I was scared of my own dog in my house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was horrible. Then I had Tiger, the cat. I was scared of Tiger. So it's like I've tried to do every step to get over the fear of animals, but then I still can't. And I think the reason why I am afraid of animals is because I don't know your thought process. I don't know what you're thinking. So I don't think I'm scared of the animal itself. I think I'm scared of the unknown, of not understanding what's happening. And I think that's what limitates me in other aspects of my life as well. So I think fear is definitely something that we need to get over, we need to break, but then we also need to understand why we have these fears.
I agree. I actually do. I like that. It's important to understand.
Because you need to understand everything in life, whether it's the darkness, why are you scared of the dark? What is it that happened in the dark that made you afraid? And once you start to understand the reasons behind it, we can now establish a way of getting out of the fear. But without understanding the reason to why someone has a fear, you can't help them, you can't take them out of that fear, because we can be all together and I say, oh well, I'm not scared anymore, we prayed, I'm not afraid anymore, and then as soon as everyone leaves, the fear starts to creep back. But then that's because I haven't established a reason to why I'm afraid. So I don't know, that's my
well, I'll be able to share my own fear. I mean, I'm scared of the dark.
You are?
Yeah, I'm really and it's not something that has built up. I mean, that just came up like that. It really started since I was young, and it's because of nightmares. I'm pretty sure wherever you are, you probably feel the same way. I used to have a lot of nightmares, and it used to wake me up at night. So what I did is, trying to buy this lampadaire, nightlight, and just have it right next to me, and then at least I can see the lights. And the only time that I sleep without light is only when somebody's there.
Okay.
So if I have friends around, or wherever I go to a family member, I know, okay, yeah, someone is there, it's fine. But it doesn't stop me from having nightmares anyway. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like I just wonder, like, when would I come out of it? But I tried. I remember that sometimes that I had probably 1 or 2 nights without. Nothing happened, but it's still in my mind. It's still there. Because I've been having it for so long, and it just increased there. It doesn't go anywhere. It's really annoying. So moving on to authority. All right. So the reason why I'm asking for the definition is because not everyone understands the definition the way we do, right? We all have our own definition according to how we live our life individually. So when it comes to authority, what would be your definition?
I think it depends. I think authority can come in many ways. You can have authority the way you talk. You can have authority just the way you walk. It could be authority as a parent, but then I think sometimes the word authority is misused and it's abused.
Okay.
In the sense of, we know we have to respect, and obviously we spoke about this in the last show, you have to respect your elders. And this is how my parents have educated me. But there is a difference between respect and authority. And I think sometimes people, because they know that they're older than you, or because they know, for example, your manager, that's an authority, sometimes these people abuse the power. And I think that's why most of the generation, they don't understand how to respect in some terms, because I understand you're older, but then there's a way of communicating. If you want that respect back, I need to have some too, because respect doesn't just go one way. It goes both ways. But then with that authority, don't abuse it. Don't think just because you're older than someone, or because you're in a certain position, that you now have to start treating people like they're beneath you. And I feel like that's where authority gets lost in some way, and that's how you get rebellious kids that don't want to listen to parents, because you've just overrided your authority. And
that's true. Can I literally touch on that?
Go ahead.
Like with the authority, for example, like from a manager, it's true, because they are above you in that work atmosphere. They're immediately going to expect like some type of respect from you. But you could be my manager and be 20 years old, but I could be 25. I still have that. I need that respect because I'm older than you. But even though you are my boss, I have to respect you some sort of way. But I would love to have that respect back, because otherwise I could completely disregard you as my manager and disrespect you. But we don't want to go there because I'm working for you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, that's what.
Just one more thing is that, like, when you talk about authority and respect, you don't have to respect somebody because they have a high position than you.
True.
All right. So respect, first of all, it comes within yourself. All right. So if I expect somebody to respect me, I have to respect them back.
Yes.
At the face. It's like when I walk into a place, as I'm walking into a place, I find the people. I'm not expect them to greet me.
True.
Because I'm gonna greet them first, because I walk into them, they're already there. So I find them there. So I'm gonna have to greet them. So that shows the level of respect and the value I give those people and there. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Even though those people, there's some people that they might not want to say hello to you whatsoever, but how you introduce yourself to people. It doesn't matter what level you are. You know, you can be my manager, whatever, but my education can be higher than you. But also, we don't look at the level of education.
True.
It's about the level how you value yourself and other people around you. You know what I mean? You can respect somebody just for being a manager, but outside is nobody to you.
Yeah.
You know, the management only apply within a company. Outside, we're all the same. So, is it the same outside or just inside? So we have to look at outside the box as well. You know, your authority can be at a job, but if you don't have the same authority outside, it's just useless.
True.
You know, so if I respect you outside, that means I will even admire you and respect you even more inside, especially when there's people around us. So they have to see that level of respect. So I can be like, you know what, if somebody don't want to respect you, I can give the reason why they should respect you. Not just inside the building, but from outside the building. You understand? And that gives you the authority. And that authority is not about to abuse the power, which most of us always attempt to do. You know, but it's about also try to understand, you know, but you have to sometimes to bring yourself low to somebody's level to be able to understand them. And then, so you can help them, you know, to go up step by step. But if you try that many times, then they don't, you know, they don't respond back, or they don't listen to you, or they don't do what you ask them to you know, to be done, then you can take that extra step. But everything has to be tried. There's always a try to everything.
Course,
you know, so don't always go, oh, you know, I got plan B, because that B might not be working. That B is going to break. You don't need that to happen. So we always take the plan A. I'm gonna load myself up. So I'm trying to understand this person, the reason why, you know, I'm trying to help them. And then those people always, you know, lower the level down, you know, to meet an other, they always win.
Somehow.
You know, and sometimes people, they tend to do more for those people before you ask. You know, so it's hard because they know, okay, this person always, you know, always there willing to help people. They always know himself. It's not because of the position, and they can say, you know what, you're out.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do that first. They want to first, okay, step in, let's say investigate. And let's find a solution to it. If there's no solution, well, we might try to find something else that can give us a good idea to understand this person. You know, so it's not about, and people who abuse the power, you know, of authority. So we have to check the background of the person as well. We have to go back to that person to see, okay, where they come from, you know, how they talk to people, you know, do they respect people, do they value people around them, not just people around the area where they are all the time, even the people outside them. Example, as your friends, family, how you talk to your family, how you talk to your friend outside, even the way you joke, how do you joke with the people around you? Because you get to understand people and to learn from the person who have the authority, how they talk and how they joke around people. Even though we can have fun, but without fun, they have authority, and they don't want to make you to fear them because they have the authority. They want you to understand them, the reason why they have that power over you. Because I can have a power over you, I'm nothing. So I can have a power with all of you around me, will become the most perfect weapon. You understand? So at the same time, authority by yourself, is useful, but by yourself is useless. But the authority around the people that they admire, they listen to you, they're always behind you to help you. So you become a leader. So leading something is authority, because when you're in front of everyone, because you take the most risk. So you are the pitch of those people, you know. So no one can come across you before they can go forward. So they have to come through you, and you have to allow them to go. But how do you deal with those people? So all these things that, you know, it shows what type of person you are. You know, some people, they take that kindness for weakness, and sometimes when you don't use that extra power, people, they try to walk over you. But if you have a good experience to manage people, you will always win in front of people.
I like that.
You know, regardless. So it's about understanding people, and then when you have a difficult with somebody who don't want to listen, don't just react quickly, because when you react, you give them reasons. So I see, I told you guys I can try him. I just, he just not.
Yeah.
But if somebody can try to push you, and then you have the way that you can, just, control down. It's like a dog, I know you're, I know you're scared of animals, but there's a way that you can win from. It's like a dog. They can be as big as lion. They can come towards you, but if you don't run and stand still, they won't do nothing to you. They won't bite you. They will make the noise as much as they want. Don't move, just stay there.
So would you say authority is about standing your ground?
Yes. Know who you are.
Je peux essayer de dire quelque chose.
Yes,
D'abord, l'autorité, c'est d'avoir le pouvoir de commander, le pouvoir de leader, de lead. Voilà. C'est le pouvoir de décider.
D'accord.
Un autoritaire, c'est un leader. Un autoritaire, c'est une personne qui conduit. C'est une personne qui est le devant, la première personne, une personne qui se tient devant. Et la Bible dit, toute autorité vient de Dieu. Il n'y a pas une autoritaire si Dieu n'a pas décidé.
Amen.
Qu'il soit sorcier ou pas, si Dieu a permis qu'il soit une autoritaire, c'est Dieu qui a permis. Nous avons des autorités de l'État comme le président. C'est une personne que Dieu a permis. Donc, cette personne mérite le respect d'abord. Tout d'abord, il mérite le respect. Qu'il soit méchant, qu'il soit franc-maçon, il mérite le respect parce que c'est Dieu qui lui a établi. Même s'il est passé par fraude ou comment, vu qu'il est dans cette place-là, il s'assoit sur ces trônes-là. Dieu lui a permis, Dieu lui a rendu, lui a donné cette autorité. Et nous avons des autorités ecclésiastiques, des autorités spirituelles, comme nos pasteurs, nos prophètes, nos apôtres. Ce sont des personnes que Dieu a établies pour nous conduire quelque part. Ce sont des gens qui méritent vraiment de respect. Qu'ils soient ta mère, ton frère, ton ami, ton mari, ta femme. Bon, il a quelque chose de surnaturel que Dieu a mis en elle. Alors, cette personne mérite le respect. Et nous avons des autorités comme le manager, comme vous venez de dire, le manager, peu importe ce qu'il est, peu importe ce qu'il fait, la première des choses, tu dois le respecter en tant qu'une autorité. Vous comprenez? Et de deux, la première, la grande chose, la chose majeure, où beaucoup des autorités doivent savoir que le respect est réciproque. Le respect est réciproque. Si je veux être respecté, je dois respecter les autres. C'est ça. Beaucoup de gens, beaucoup des autorités, ils n'ont pas cet esprit, cette vie. Que je suis un pasteur, oui. Les gens me respectent, mais moi aussi en tant qu'un pasteur, je dois savoir qu'il y a des hommes qui sont plus âgés que moi, il y a des personnes qui sont plus âgées que moi, je dois le respecter. Et j'ai oublié, ta mère aussi, ta mère, ton père, la personne qui t'a mis au monde, ce sont des autorités, c'est une autorité que Dieu a établie.
Exactement.
Alors tu le dois du respect et lui aussi, à sa place, il te doit du respect. C'est ça, c'est comme ça, c'est réciproque. Je peux dire, c'est un enfant, je m'en fous de son âge, de son enfance. Moi, je suis le parent. Même si je suis wrong, j'ai commis une erreur, je ne peux pas demander pardon. Non, ça c'est faux. Parce que quand on parle du respect, c'est réciproque. Si réellement une autorité savent comment se respecter, c'est une personne qui est plus respectée. Parce qu'il sait comment gérer et encadré. C'est un peu ça.
I like that. I like what everyone has said so far and the definition, how you've put it and the examples you've used. So we're just going to come back in 2 minutes, just to give you some time to drink some water because you probably need it right now. But do not forget to keep on sharing, to keep on commenting, as we do need your interaction. Today is a talk show and it's all about the knowledge, because knowledge is key. All right, thank you so much, and let's see you in 2 minutes.
ezali engengi nyonso awa yo mponi motema nanga tika na ngenga yawe loboko ekatisaka bibale eza ya yo Yesu loboko ekotaka tina motema eza ya yo Yesu liloba nanu ebimi na monoko te oyebi nyonso bitumba oyo nga nanu napundi te deja yopesi elonga yango nakoyemba nakoyemba o yawe o yawe pasi na ngai Yesu yengi nani yawe o pasi na ngai ezosenga nani o yawe haleluya amen
yo nde nzambe abokeseni osalaka lolenge ya bato ya mokili te mpe bisika yo oleki bino moyo tikali mpona bikeke na bikeke
nzambe na nga nzambe ya bokeseni oyebi nyonso obandaka esika moto asukeli mpo ayemba nzembo esika nazokende deja yo buti kuna obongisi nyonso nzambe na nzela yo tie na moto natamboli na assurance elongi ya mosengala lokola libende batie na moto basololaki na yawe komonga moto namemi yo na nzoto nangenga te ndenge nini ongali nzambe yame motenga nanga aleluya
nzambe yakambolaka mpe nzambe yakolaka eza yo Yesu
Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. La bonne nouvelle en tout temps et en tout lieu.
Yes, so welcome back to Etincelle. I hope you already are connected. You connected yourself. You didn't leave your chair, because we'll continue our discussion, our debate on fear, respect, fear, and authority. For those who don't know, well, you're learning something new. We have amazing people here. We have Daniela, we have Josiane, Nika, and Prophet David. So we continue our discussion, and we will my other question to you guys is like, when it comes to fear, respect, fear, and authority, do you think that young people nowadays do understand it and do apply it within their homes? We have homes, family, and school. Anyone?
Beaucoup de gens ne comprennent pas par rapport au respect, l'autorité et avoir la peur.
Yeah.
Beaucoup de gens pensent que si tu as la peur de la personne, c'est alors que tu le respectes. Tu la respectes. C'est pas ça. Même à Lingala, il y a un adage qui dit Boto sieza buumbute. Ça veut dire que si je te respecte, je ne suis pas ton esclave. Je peux te respecter, oui, mais ne fais pas de moi ton esclave. Je dois dormir par terre, je dois faire des choses qu'il ne fallait pas par rapport au respect. C'est pas ça le respect. Le respect, c'est lorsque j'ai la considération vers ta personne, lorsque j'ai l'amour envers toi, lorsque je connais les honneurs que Dieu a mis sur toi et je respecte cela. Et si je vois que tu commences à dérouter, tu commences à aller très loin de la limite, je dois t'arrêter pour te dire ça, c'est pas ce qu'on nous a appris comme respect. Je dois te respecter, mais pas ça, pas ça. Parce que les gens disent, à Lingala on dit, moi na betaka mbunda, ça veut dire que je te respecte, mais je peux aussi te prodiguer les conseils que ce que tu fais, c'est pas normal. Voilà. Les gens doivent comprendre ça, que le respect, ce n'est pas l'esclavagisme.
Je veux demander la question. I want to ask you a question. In terms of that way, so you're saying I have to have respect. Let's say I'm giving an example of a parent and a child. So you have respect, but then your parents have the authority over you. So let's say, I'm not saying this is happening. I'm just saying some parents might tell you to do this, do that, do this, do that. But obviously, in your head, you're thinking, okay, but do I really have to do everything? Let's say it's something really, really, I'm not saying stupid, but really dumb, as like going outside and taking something, I don't know, but you think it's not really, I don't really have to do it, but then that parent will probably think you're disrespecting them because you're not doing that, because I have the authority over you to be able to do what I told you to do. So in terms of having authority and respect for a parent, what in that situation?
Dans cette situation, dans ces cas, c'est un problème de compréhension. Si vous avez un parent qui a la compréhension, ils peuvent comprendre, parce que souvent un parent peut être aussi wrong. Il est wrong, c'est une erreur de faire ça.
Comment lui dire?
La façon de parler, ta façon, le respect que tu as, tu auras le temps de le faire asseoir et de l'expliquer. S'il n'a pas compris, ça c'est pas ton problème. Mais le problème est que tu l'as fait asseoir et tu lui as expliqué avec respect.
Non, mais beaucoup de tous les parents qui...
Le problème c'est quoi? C'est beaucoup de jeunes. Beaucoup de jeunes ne savent pas comment aborder une conversation.
Mais aussi c'est les parents qui ne savent pas.
C'est ce que je disais, c'est un problème de compréhension entre les deux côtés.
Okay, you know, so the thing is that, okay, when there's a misunderstanding between two people in the same family, it's a big issue. All right. So first of all, if my parent asks me multiple tasks to do, and which I cannot do at the time that they expect me to finish, so I have the right to ask them, okay, do I need to do all of them at the same time, or I can do one at a time? And is that really important thing to be done now, or there's those things that I can do now and the rest can be done later? You understand? So you can always have to ask your parent, but in a good way, because it depends on the relationship between you and your parents.
True, but there's some parents out there who, like, when you're asking a question, that tells you, like, why you're asking.
That's the problem.
I also think in a situation like, you might they might tell you to do something, which is fine. Like sometimes I think in this youth as well, the way we react to things is also bad. For example, let's say my mom's asked me to go do something for her, but I'm doing something. Let's say I'm doing work, or I'm on my phone, or I'm watching TV. My reaction will be, oh, do I have to do it? They will see as me disrespecting them.
Yeah,
but I'm not trying to disrespect you. It's just I don't really want to do it.
Okay, but you don't want to do it. Okay, so if your mom or your dad ask you to do something, there's a reason why they ask you to do something. Because they're always there every day doing things for you without even you knowing. All right? So they don't even ask you to do nothing. So when they ask you to do certain things, so yes, you are there, you have to help as well.
If the thing is bad, then, si la chose est mauvaise, que mes parents, oui, ils font tout pour moi, maintenant ils me disent de faire quelque chose que je ne pourrais pas le faire.
But there's no parent, there's no parent that will send his children to danger place.
You don't know about
that. Okay, but those one they have some issues. All right, so it's not every parent. So if
it's like when you're being asked to go to university,
now we have to seek some spiritual help. You know,
do you disobey by saying I don't want to study this? Or do you do it to honor your family?
That's true. That's a lot.
Because university is not for everyone.
No.
But as an African parent or this generation of parenting, they feel that in order for a child to be fully accomplished in life, you have to have a degree. And it's not degree is not made for everybody. Some people you could do something. There's a company that one of my friends used to work for, and it's like a trading company. The owner of the company is a millionaire. He got kicked out of school. He's never gone to college. He's never entered university. So for me, I feel like sometimes parents project what they want you to be or how they think you should be. But then at the end of the day, even in the Bible, God has said that everybody has their own journey.
I think it's also
so sometimes it's being compared to other people that's just a bit... You know, when you do something and your parents is like, oh, la fille d'Intel, elle fait comme ça. You don't know
I think if I can say something, touch on something that you said earlier, just now. You said, like, if you side to them, it's not because you're disrespecting, but because it's just your reaction. It's true, but I think it's all about also, like we said, respect is what's it called? Is a law, right, within someone's household. So you knowing your mom and the regulation of your household, you probably know that, oh, mom doesn't like this, mom likes this, mom disagree with this, and mom doesn't like. So by you citing immediately at the moment, you surely should know that, oh, my mom doesn't like me citing, like, because for her, the way she's been told, it's like that is disrespect. So at that moment you can't even go there, because like for those who are impulsive, like parents, at that moment you're probably going to receive a slap straight away, you know, without even thinking, and you'll be like, hey, what have I done? It's just my reaction. But and then it's all about knowing your the keys, the regulation of your household, your parents, the people you
but it's also where you've been brought up. See, let's say an African household, because you've like they've come from wherever country they've come to Europe or to the UK to give you a better future, let's say, and they want you to go to university, they want you to do better than what they've not been able to accomplish. Cool. But like in their households, sighing, for example, is disrespectful. Okay, fair enough. Now I've been brought up in this Western society, in this generation where sighing for me is not that deep. I could really disrespect you by disrespecting you, but sighing, it's just my reaction.
Isn't no you bringing outside within your household? Because I remember you said like it's all about how you've been brought up. So in your household and your outside relation, the people you hang out with, you side all the time is no bigger the deal. But then again, in front of your mom and your dad, they don't like that.
But then I feel like that's what the prophet said about the understanding of each one. The respect has to be mutual. So for example, if I know that my parent, for example, right, if you've been brought up in an aggressive home, you know that this is how your parents react. And them themselves, sometimes it's out of their control. Sometimes, you know, if you've been an aggressive person, sometimes you want to speak to a child, as soon as you feel like you're getting angry, your first response is slap them. The same way the child, when they feel overwhelmed, the first response is sigh. So it's like if a child can, if we come to both understanding and accepting each other's personality, at this point I know that your main triggers is blah blah blah, and for your parent, I know that when I sigh, it's a trigger for them. So if you really want to have a peaceful home, we both need to work together. If I'm the type of person that don't like to be physically touched, you need to respect that. Regardless of what you're feeling inside, in your mind, even as a parent or even as a child, I know that blah 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 doesn't like to be touched. I'ma respect it. And the same way that when I'm sighing, I know that sometimes you might not, but I will try. But because we don't always spend all of our time at home, we are picking up habits from other places. We're picking up behaviors, body languages from other places. So sometimes it might not, I understand it's a trigger for you, but sometimes just as slapping is out of your control, sighing could be out of my control. So sometimes give me the benefit of a doubt. Instead of being like, oh, tu es poli, give me a benefit of a doubt. Allow me to just think, oh my God, maybe Daniela didn't mean to do it. I'm gonna let that slide. Well, next time we're gonna sit down and be like, Daniela, do you know what? You know when you sigh at me when I'm talking to you, it really makes me feel this way, and I find it disrespectful for me.
And
so
I believe not all parents do that thing. Communication, able to sit down with their children and really and elaborate that situation, like what just happened.
C'est ça qui fait que beaucoup de familles sont déstabilisées. Beaucoup de mariages sont détruits, beaucoup des amitiés sont détruites. C'est lorsque nous n'avons pas une bonne relation. Nous n'avons pas le dialogue, il n'y a pas la communication. Parce que beaucoup des enfants s'est retrouvés dans la rue aujourd'hui. Beaucoup des enfants sont dans des abuses. Il est abusé, mais il n'a pas la capacité de s'exprimer vers ses parents parce qu'ils savent que si je pars là-bas, ils ont bon manga. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a quelqu'un qui le fait du mal dehors. Voire même dans la même maison. Il vit avec un oncle, vous vivez avec un oncle, avec un cousin, avec un yaya. Il abuse l'enfant et il n'a pas le courage, il n'a pas la capacité de s'exprimer parce qu'il sait que dès que je m'approche vers eux, c'est la mort. Alors, la force de cette bonne relation, c'est lorsqu'il y a de parole, lorsqu'il y a la communication. Vous devez parler et surtout la compréhension. Parce que si tu te dis que moi je suis le parent, je ne peux pas comprendre, donc moi je reste dans mon niveau, et ça c'est la mort. C'est la mort. On doit avoir premièrement d'abord la compréhension. Que ben non, ce sont mes enfants, ce sont mes frères, c'est mon mari, c'est ma femme. Je dois d'abord écouter. J'écoute. S'il s'agit de parler, et je ne peux pas parler lorsque je suis énervé, je suis en colère. Laisse-moi le temps et on va parler, c'est ça.
I think that's where the fear comes in though, because then they're thinking, oh, okay, I've made my mom or my dad trigger and react the way it is. No, I can't speak to them. I can't speak to them.
Okay, and sometimes even when you'll say in that, you know how you said you're speaking and you need some time apart, but sometimes even as a child, for example, when your mom is shouting at you, I need to walk away because I don't want to disrespect.
But then again,
if I walk away, I am.
Okay, there's a way you can deal with those things.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a way you can deal with those things when somebody's at the level for anger. All right. So I know our parents sometimes they need to allow us children and give us some time to understand us as well. Even though you brought us whatever you suffered, but they need to have their own time that they can allow us to express ourselves, without them interfering or just get mad and try and decide to make these poor decisions. All right. Also, we children, we need to understand the parents as well. Sometimes, okay, there's always a way that you can try to speak to your mom. So you make her to understand you, There's sometimes you be at home, okay, my mom this, oh yeah, she's happy when she's doing this, or my mom like this. You can buy or you can get something that your mom like, and at the same time, when she at that point of joy, that you can try to communicate with
Can
your
I say
parents.
something? I think
yes, you have to find a way for everything.
Guys, I think like before a parent become a parent, they were a child themselves.
Exactly.
So a lot of parents nowadays do forget that they were children as well, and there's certain things they didn't like. There's certain things used to trigger them. There's certain so many hypotheses that I can probably give right now. Like I can give the example of my dad, for example. Like my dad, obviously he's my dad right now, but he used to be a child as well, and he used to live in in a province in Congo, where his dad used to be in French, in English, what you call that, forgeron?
A wooden spoon?
No, like metal.
A hammer?
No, the ones, no, the one who makes metals and yeah. So probably yes. So
electrician.
Yeah. So something like that. So his dad used to make that, and his dad used to use metal and fire all the time. So that a situation appeared one day where his dad was busy with two men dealing with fire, dealing with metal, and his mom was on the other side, and she needed help. Basically, both of them needed help. So both of them called him at the same time. Come help me. Mom said, come help me. And he didn't know who to choose. He probably felt like, oh, my mom is more vulnerable, let me go. And by him going, it was fun at that moment, but the repercussion of that was that his dad called him and said, so I'm calling you, and what you're doing is you're choosing your mom over me. And it was really wrong. It was really bad, where like his dad took the metal, put it in the fire, warmed it really, really, really hard, like hot enough, and then he literally placed that on his side.
That's abuse.
And he literally had that mark for years. So I didn't know that. Obviously, you know how African parents, sometimes they abuse you, and sometimes you can't even say much because it's all about respect, right? So one day, I don't know why or how come, I kind of stood up for myself and I said to that, and I was like, what you're doing is wrong, right? And because my relationship with him was already breaking up big time. And he was like, what? I said, yeah, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. So he literally left the room, took a ride, came back, and he said, you know what you did? You said to me is absolutely wrong, and it made me think. And I was like, okay, talk to me. And he started telling me about that story. So I was like, so I told him, like, don't you think you're doing exactly what your dad did to you, to me? And they don't understand that, you know what I mean? So it's really, it's crazy.
But then it's like someone that's been abused, you can only give abuse unless you heal. And if parents have not healed from their past traumas, you're just going to keep passing it on. And it's like us. We could be on this talk show and we're talking about blah, 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 blah. But then if we don't heal ourselves from past traumas, we are going to do exactly what our parents did. We're complaining now,
so we're basically
but then
in a circle.
when we have our own children, maybe 10 years later, we're going to be within those same circles as well, because you can only teach what you've been taught unless you heal. So I think that's
ça, c'est le temps où nous devons arrêter ces choses. C'est une chose qui va nous détruire demain. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, nous avons vécu cela parce que nos parents ont vécu ça. Et on s'est dit, ben, c'est comme ça, pourquoi tout ça? Alors, quand toi, tu vas devenir un parent, tu vas commencer à dire, ben, moi aussi j'ai été comme ça, on m'avait élevé comme ça et on m'a éduqué comme ça, je dois vous éduquer de la même sorte. Non, les choses évoluent. Nous devons apprendre à arrêter ces blessures parce que nos parents, ils ont été blessés. Et cette blessure, ils n'ont pas eu le temps de le guérir, de le préparer, de le guérir normalement. Et ils sont en train de les léguer à leurs enfants. Et leurs enfants vont donner et ça va aller de génération en génération. Donc ça, c'est le temps, nous, les jeunes, on doit s'élever et dire non à certaines choses. Et la première des choses, tu dois commencer d'abord à te faire guérir toi-même. D'abord de retrouver la confiance en toi, que je suis capable de faire quelque chose, je suis capable d'élever, je suis capable de parler, je suis capable d'éduquer sans violence. Vous comprenez?
I think one of the healing things that one of the biggest healing things that a parent can do to a child is apologize. And I think when a parent apologizes to a child and they've said, yeah, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, that the respect that they might have for that parent might boost to 10,000. Because you would never expect an apology from a parent, because obviously they have the authority of being your parent. They need the respect from you, all that stuff. But then when they sit down and they humble themselves, they realize, okay, no, maybe I have misstepped and I apologize. The child, they heal because they're just like, oh, okay.
This is what we said. Respect is the opposite of ego. A lot of parents have a lot of ego, and what they will never want to do is to humble themselves. Like to them shoulder has to be high. It's like, you need to feel me today. You need to understand.
I think that's what the authority comes from.
But it's kind of a bit misleading.
And the one thing about parents, sometimes I like to see the parents, to see somebody else mistreat you, their children, the same way your parent, do at home, and let's see how they react. If they will like it, if they're going to like it or allow that to happen. Do you understand? Because the way our parents behave at home, is different when they see somebody else outside do the same thing to your children. So they need to see there and watch that happen and see if they can allow. If they can allow that to happen, they'll be like, okay, then, because that's what I do at home. But if they cannot allow that to happen for the children outside their home, then why you allow that to happen from inside the house?
Some of the correction actually does come from a loving side. It may not be reflected with love, it may not be shown with love, but it comes from a loving place. Sometimes when your parent wants to educate you or they hit you or whatever, sometimes to an extent is to correct you. Because I feel like I wasn't beaten as much as my siblings, but I was more the person who got punished, like carrying the bowl of water in the air. But to me, within that time, for me, it made me realize that, hold on, I don't want to do this anymore because I don't want to be punished again. So when we go out, say we go to a party or something, my dad was never the one to shout. My dad would give you the look. And when he looks at you, you know it's over for you. So it's like just having that power over someone, and it was filled with fear because you were scared to get beat. But then at the same time, when you go out and you go to parties in this generation and you see how wild the kids are running, you see kids in Tesco screaming, shouting at their parents, and you're looking over thinking, wow, I would never, I would never survive this. But then it's like, made you the person you are in some extent. Yes, there is bad. There's always bad and good situations in every situation. But then if you didn't get educated the way you were educated, could you truly say that you would be the same person you are today? There's a journey for a reason. And there's obviously certain parents that abuse their children in a sense of like, you know, when a child gets to a certain age, we can now start to talk. Maybe when they're younger, a little slap there and there, cool. But abuse in a sense where you start taking the belts, you start taking cables, like that is your child that you're harming at that situation. We understand there is a lesson behind what you're trying to teach, but there is a limit to it. Now you are abusing your authority. Slapping a child, okay, cool. They did something wrong or they said something bad, okay, cool. But to go to an extent where we're now taking equipment,
like for example,
that's a bit.
Like I'll say that I was that child, right? I was that child with the belt, with the stick, with the punch, with the broken nose, with the broken hands, with the things on my back. I was that child, and then I'll be, how would I say this? I sit here today and I'm asking myself the same question you just asked, like, would you be the same person you're today? I don't know, because I just wonder, like, did I really deserve it? At the end of the question, you have that thing, and I think somehow it has left me with a lot of scars. And then those scars because of the authority at that time, because my dad used to be a soldier, you know, from the old president Mobutu, and so I think because of his own experience, own you know, journey, he had all this anger and he used to project on me because like, at the moment obviously I was the eldest. But then again, did I deserve it? That even broke my relationship with my dad. So the courage to even sit with my dad and say, Dad, you hurt me. It was difficult. So what I used to do is I used to take books, notebooks, write down the things that's in my head. I'm just writing, and then the mistake I used to do is I used to leave on my bed. I'll go to school like everything is okay, but I'll come back. He basically read everything, and one day he just sat me down and then start telling me like, I want to be in your life, but the damage was already done. You see what I mean? And so this is what is bringing me back to the question that I wanted to ask. It's like, do you guys believe that in this generation that we are here right now, that young people are afraid? And if they are afraid of what?
Okay, one thing is that to be the person I am today, there's a reason behind it. All right, and I choose to be the person I am today. No one choose that for me. You understand? Okay, yes, you've been in the past, you know, dad whooping you, whatever. Because I've been worse than that. I've been worse. I can tell you. You used to tell me to climb on top of the wall and just relax and just fall. Yes, yeah. So you know, I was I'm gonna be honest with you. That's me. And I was that kid. I was like, oh, cool. Then bang, I'm gone. And I would do the same thing. You know, after that, when I asked, are you happy?
Oh, you're already used
I was,
to
so you know what, like,
because
that now I've taken that pain. You know, that there was a time that I don't feel that pain. I don't feel the pain no more.
No more, yeah.
So I become this pain now. Do you understand? So whatever you can do to me, I would tell the only thing you can just kill me then.
Yeah.
And you can't kill me because you love me at the same time.
Exactly.
So why are you doing this? But I understand, you know, sometimes we can blame our parents, and sometimes we do give the parents, you know, the reason to be a certain way. But I know they use the extra force and everything. But we cannot carry our past into a present.
Yeah.
So if we carry the past to a present, then that future is worse. So we have to change that. Leave the past with past. That's to see if you learn. All right. So now you have to continue with a new path. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So remember that every CV, every 5 years, every work that you take within those years, and then when you go to a new job, they're always gonna ask about your past. So they need to know your past.
Yeah.
So they can be able to understand you.
So would you agree that there are children in our generation who are afraid?
They're not afraid.
I think they lack fear.
You know, they use the past.
Yeah.
You know,
they lack
really?
fear.
You know, they're not afraid. They're afraid of listening. You know.
Moi, je suis pas avec vous.
Oh, okay.
Non. Moi, je dirais que les enfants de cette génération vivent dans cette peur.
You think
From
so?
who?
From who?
Par rapport à
Okay.
tout ce qui se passe aujourd'hui
Dans les maisons.
Oh, yeah, okay.
dans
yeah,
de
yeah.
maisons.
According to the virus itself now.
Non, je
No,
parle
just
pas à
in
propos de
general.
virus.
Generation.
Okay,
Je
in
parle
general.
de génération.
Mm.
Parce que nous sommes en train de parler de la peur.
Mm.
Vous savez, la peur, vous pouvez le voir par rapport aux réactions.
Qui sort de là.
Les réactions d'aujourd'hui.
Oui.
Vous savez, je peux m'habiller, hein? Je m'habille, je me parfume, je suis bien. Mais la façon, je veux commencer à faire des choses. Tu sauras si j'ai été blessé ou pas. La blessure, ça se sent.
Yeah.
On le sent par rapport à nos comportements. Tu verras qu'aujourd'hui, les enfants ne sont plus, comment, respect, même dehors. Il n'y en a pas. Pourquoi? Il a vécu tellement tant de choses dans sa maison.
Yeah.
Il a été frappé, détruit, tout ça. Pour le parent, il pensait qu'ils sont en train d'éduquer leurs enfants. Au contraire, ils ouvrent une porte, afin qu'ils soient ce qu'ils sont devenus aujourd'hui. Vous pensez, tous les trucs des gangs, des drogues, vous pensez c'est quoi? C'est ce qu'ils ont vécu depuis leur enfance.
Et le sort.
Ils sont vécus, ils ont grandi avec ça. Ils ont grandi avec cette peur que, voilà, j'étais incapable de faire ça. Alors, quand j'aurai ma place, j'aurai l'autorité, j'aurai mon espace, je le ferai maintenant. Les gens doivent savoir.
Even I'll have a gun because
Je peux tuer, je peux faire du mal comme je veux. C'est la... Laisse-moi évoluer un peu.
No, well, I'll catch you on that side. Okay.
Go ahead.
The thing is that, yeah, I'm not gonna allow somebody to use the bad experience, whether it was from home or whatever, trying to ruin your own life because of that.
To now dictate who
And
I
then
need
now,
to be because
so you
But
want
it's happening though.
Est-ce que
No,
nous pouvons répéter d'abord la question?
Wait, let me repeat the question.
Répétez la question, s'il vous plaît. La
Do
question
you
est,
think,
Uh-huh.
alright, the
est-ce que
young
vous
people
pensez que les jeunes
of
gens
this
de
generation
cette
are
génération,
afraid?
ils ont peur?
If yes, of what? Give examples.
No,
Okay.
see, I disagree completely with what you're saying. Not completely, to an extent. I disagree.
Okay.
Because I think the youth today, they lack it. Like, for example, I'm going to give an example of when Josiane said she went, like, Tesco, let's say, and she's seen children, kids everywhere being wild. They lack the fear. They're not scared. They're not scared of the consequence that might come. For example, a shopkeeper kicking you out of the store. They don't
Daniela,
care.
laisse-moi te poser une question.
I'm going to say something else as well. Let's say a youth has gone to a party. See, they don't, I don't say necessarily don't care, but I doubt they're worrying, oh, I need to get home before midnight, I need to get home before 1 o'clock. They're not thinking about it because they don't
Daniela, tu dois comprendre, écoutez, nous devons comprendre une chose.
They get home.
Nous devons...
I'm
feel
not
the
saying
lack of fear.
there's a lack
please,
of it. Obviously,
please.
to an
The
extent,
same
Can you
way someone
listen?
that walks around with
We
knives
have
and
to
guns.
know that everything starts in the beginning. Toute chose, aujourd'hui, tu vois, il peut faire n'importe quoi, il peut aller voler, et tu sais pas ça commencer où? C'est la peur qu'il recevait lorsqu'il était petit, et cette peur a pris le space dans sa
Okay.
Some people are gang members,
but they've
and their
never
household is
experienced
amazing.
that type of gang.
Yeah, but they're
Not
not.
everything
You
is
cannot.
reflected.
That
You
comes
cannot
from
just-
outside. That comes from
Yeah,
outside.
I know,
Let
I
me think
know.
that. No, listen.
Some people have
let's
so
not just
much
play from
money,
home.
but they still sell drugs because they
They
think
feel
it's fun.
fun.
They want to fit in with the generation. It's not because they
Yeah,
desire
exactly.
it. Some people have money in their pockets, but they will still steal.
Still,
It's not because they can't afford it.
Oui,
Because they
je comprends.
enjoy it.
Je vous comprends totalement. Toute chose commence par 1.
Of course.
Il ne peut pas sauter directement 10. Si il préfère de garder son argent et voler, c'est parce qu'il y a eu quelque chose qui lui a poussé de voler avant. Et aujourd'hui, il marche avec cet esprit.
I think with the generation of today, especially with social media has an influence.
On nous a dit qu'il y a un adage qui dit à Ngala, il y a un adage qui dit à Ngala, il y a un adage qui dit à Ngala, écoutez, il y a un adage qui dit à Ngala, moi, nous, Aïba Kananda, ko Aïba Dibanda. Il a commencé où? C'est à la maison.
No, okay. The thing is that it's not everyone steal from home.
Exactly.
People that can steal outside, shop, whatever, but they don't stay in their own house. So that it's not everyone. Some people, yes, they do that at home, but some people they learn outside from the group within the friends.
That's what I'm trying
just
to
make
say,
themselves bigger themselves. Yo, you know what? He does it. I
I've
can
done
do it.
this.
Okay.
So
Oh, you know what?
Now.
You know, he stole £20. Next time I'm gonna try to steal something for
£40.
£100.
Yeah.
So I wanna be the bigger man of
That's
that.
it.
So
It's all about trying to
trigger
fit
you.
into a
You
world
have to
that's
choose it.
Yeah,
You have to choose and allow that to happen. Because if you say, okay, no, you guys can go ahead. Now I'll kick back. I'll wait for you outside.
I would say that
si vous disiez, vous dites ainsi, si vous dites ainsi, nous rentrons dans une même place. Parce que moi, je disais, c'est ce qu'est, avant que je puisse faire 10, ça veut dire que j'avais commencé par 1. Je commençais petit et ça grandit. Ça peut commencer à la maison. Ça peut commencer avec les amis. Ça peut commencer avec l'entourage. Mais au moins, ça a commencé de quelque chose. Ça a commencé de quelque part. Aujourd'hui, si je n'ai pas peur de tuer quelqu'un, ça veut dire je commençais déjà à faire des choses pour arriver là.
Okay,
je ne suis pas comme ça directement, comme ça, je vole quelque chose dehors. Non, non, non. Okay. Si un enfant a volé quelque chose avec beaucoup de courage, ça veut dire que ça a commencé quelque part.
The problem is now,
no, but to the extent that's true. It's not one day I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna go kill someone. It's not one day I'm gonna go rob something. But there are some people that one day I will wake up and be like, I want to go rob sweets. I want to go get some money. I want to go do this. There are some people that have that lack of fear to actually, I'm going to wake up and go do this.
Yeah, but
then there are some people that won't do that.
When we look back at psychopaths, for example, someone that is a psychopath, these are small things that started from before. It's not everything is a trigger, because certain psychopaths, when you start watching like documentaries and we start looking back to how your childhood was, they had a fantastic childhood. They had a mum, they had a dad, they had a home, they had money, everything was great. But that child, or that person, when they speak, they will tell you from a young age, I had a desire to kill animals. It used to make me happy. So we can't say that somebody has turned bad just because of their past. Some people were created to be bad. Even when the apostle preached, and she said that God creates everybody. He doesn't just create good people, he creates the bad people as well. They have a purpose to serve.
Non, Dieu n'a jamais créé des mauvaises personnes.
There's people who are...
Non, la Bible dit tout ce que Dieu a fait est bon. Tout ce que Dieu a fait est bon.
He created Adam and Eve. He created Adam and Eve.
Allowed bad to happen to us.
Allowed, but not
Dieu n'a pas créé. La Bible dit tout ce que Dieu a créé est bon. Là, je suis pas d'accord. Dieu a créé. Ce sont des circonstances de la vie qui détruisent la vie d'une personne.
What created him?
Non, écoutez.
If someone doesn't have because you just said it's the circumstances of life that creates the situation.
Yeah.
Cool. But if that person has never had a bad circumstances in a sense of family-wise, he's gone to a great school, private school, got money, got this, what create that person?
I think it's all about sometimes
outside.
That's the thing that I find with you know, like African parents, for example, when a child starts misbehaving in the house,
It's not
just African parents, you know.
I hear what you're saying, but I came to a realization. It's like something that you cannot see or understand with your physical eyes. You need to look at it with your spiritual eyes. Right, a child that's grew up with amazing parents, had amazing life and everything. Suddenly, something just happened. Something has triggered, and probably didn't even have bad entourage.
No bad friends.
All right. You need to look at further than your nose. You need to look at further than that. And if it needs that, you need to go into prayer to discover, because prayer is the key. Prayer, it unlocks things. Prayer makes you understand things that you cannot physically see. So I would say probably look at it in the spiritual.
Il n'y a pas des effets sans conséquences. Il n'y a pas des effets sans conséquences. S'il y a des effets, il y a de conséquences.
I wanted to say, sorry.
Okay, guys, we're going back. We're actually running out of time, and I'll let you say something, and then after I'll give everyone just the last word. to conclude everything.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say was, when Josiane said about the apostle saying that God created good and bad people, right? And then the prophet said, no, he hasn't created bad people. God created Adam and Eve, they are good people, cool. He created also a snake, right? But that snake deceived Adam and Eve to do something bad. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but
Let's
doesn't that mean the mentality of the snake is bad?
Non, nous devons savoir que quand Dieu a créé le snake, quand le snake représente le diable, n'est-ce pas? Le diable n'était pas bad. Le diable n'était pas bad. Quand Dieu a créé, il était un ange. Il était un ange plein de capacités, plein de grâce. Vous comprenez? Quand je dis les circonstances de la vie peuvent changer une personne, mais cela ne fait pas de personne Dieu l'a créé méchant. Non. No.
If I believe if really the person is a person or that we know right now has in China, like we say yin and yang, right? You have the good and you have the bad, and sometimes you have this more good and then more bad, and sometimes more bad and then it is good, and then like through the journey that you're going into this life, people are influencing you in a good way or in a bad way. But a person that is born fully 100% bad, I don't think that is God that has made. I believe that within behind that there is a spirit, and then that spirit is definitely taking control and wanting to destroy the world. All right, so when it comes to that, I do disagree with you. God always create everything good, but later on, as you can, if you know the story of Lucifer, of Satan, as an angel of light,
he turns into
exactly. So it progressively he starts turning bad little by little, wanting to take the throne, to take that position.
So what was the circumstance?
Time, whatever he was going through,
because he was in heaven, everything was great. But what was the circumstance that created the jealousy?
Mais l'envie, il enviait, il voulait devenir comme lui. Il veut devenir comme lui. Moi, je dois être comme Daniela, je veux faire comme des choses comme elle. Pourquoi elle est comme ça? Cette envie m'a rendu une mauvaise personne.
But it's your own desire, which is what I said. I said sometimes it's your desire that pushes you into the negative way. It's not always your influence
something
or
always
your household
triggers
or
it,
people
or
around.
something always
But sometimes
triggers
it's
it.
your
Sometimes
desire. Like
it's
you
just
just said,
yourself,
Satan himself, he was in heaven. Everything was
great.
But
the glory of God that was around, but the glory that God had around, it had, you know, he had all this angel worshiping him. He had all these things all around just for his glory. That triggered the devil to
but
to
it was
wanting
what that
to.
trigger. It was when you say want to, it's your desire, right?
Yeah.
It's
so that
his
means
desire, which means
yourself.
that you can become bad by your own desire.
Yes.
It's not always by your influence, it's your desire. The same way a psychopath enjoys killing, it's his desire.
Mais ça commence quelque part. Ça commence quelque part.
Satan
Okay, ça commence Parce que si tu regardes un enfant qui est psychopathe, la première des choses, on doit regarder comment il a passé son enfance. Qu'est-ce qu'il a vécu dans sa vie? Quels sont les événements qui peuvent lui amener là où il est maintenant? Il y a toujours un début. Parce qu'on nous a dit en français, il n'y a pas des effets sans des conséquences.
Like you can't just like if the water is still
like
you can't move, but if you throw a stone in the sea, that's when you can see the
I agree with what you're saying.
C'est comme aujourd'hui. Quand tu as les effets des comment, de la tour, tu as le rhume, et tout le monde il voit que ça c'est le coronavirus.
But le coronavirus a commencé quelque part. It's just
everything, there's always a reason behind it. Okay, if I choose to become bad or to become a killer or whatever, I mean, there's something that pushed me to become that, and because I choose to be that thing, because I can choose whether or not to be that person or not. But once I allow that to happen, that means, you know, because God gives us authority to be good or bad, and He says you have to balance your good and bad, but at the same time you can change. All right, and that way, like, you know what, God gives the power, and God cannot come with us in us if we don't invite Him to come. You know, God only take effort to come to us when we allow Him to come, so we can even see Him far and to understand ourselves more. Okay, Why do I always get this bad thought? Why am I doing this? And sometimes when we do bad, do you enjoy doing bad things?
Some people do.
Some people do.
That's like
That.
La Bible dit ceci. La Bible dit ceci. Dieu a mis deux chemins devant nous. Il y a le chemin de la vie et le chemin de la vérité. Et Dieu lui-même te pose une question. Il a dit, tu dois choisir ce que tu veux. Mais moi, Dieu, je te conseille de prendre le bon. Tu prends le bon chemin. Ça, c'est maintenant le désir de la personne. C'est ta volonté. C'est quel chemin que tu veux prendre? Le chemin de la vie? Oui, je prends. Si tu veux prendre le chemin de la mort. C'est ce que je dis. C'est le choix. C'est un choix.
I may think, oh, this is great
but
for me.
there is always a general rule that has been like, I think there's a reason why they put it together. But anyway, let's all like calm down. We will give our last week because we literally ran out of time.
We have to come back.
We need to come back. All right, let's start with you, Daniela. So we had fear. We respect fear and authority, and then we're basing ourselves in like the children in our generation. Is there something that you would like to say when it comes to that, and be able to give someone also like an advice, especially in the time of confinement where they are at home? Is there something that you would like to say?
I think during this time of isolation, everyone's getting to know each other. I think people have said it so many times. Like I think people are starting to get to know their own parents more, more their siblings more. You're getting to understand, and you're also getting to learn and respect them more. Understand that this is, if my sister does this, I know this is gonna annoy her, or I know this annoys my sister, or I shouldn't do this because my mom's not gonna like this. So I think during this time of confinement, everyone just needs to carry on getting to know each other, because I think we're going to, hopefully not too long, but we're going to be in a situation for a while, and the authority that we have and the respect that we have, we need to be able to share it and know and the limits, and be able to go through this whole thing together properly.
Ok, ma dernière parole ou un conseil est basé sur quelque chose. Vous savez, on nous a dit l'autorité bien ordonnée commence par soi-même. Sur nous le parent, sur vous le parent, vous devez être des modèles. Daniel avait dit quelque chose de très capital sur le pardon. La Bible dit le pardon, c'est une puissance qui libère. Prends le temps de montrer à tes enfants comment demander pardon. Mais toi, commence d'abord. Quand il y a quelque chose qui ne va pas, il faut avoir cet esprit de demander pardon à tes enfants. Et la peur, oui. Quand Dieu a créé l'homme avec cette petite things, petite chose, la peur est là. C'est pour ça qu'il a dit, il a mis 360 et quelques phrases, peur, n'aie pas peur dans la Bible, parce que Dieu savait, Dieu sait que tu auras peur. Dans cette situation qui se passe actuellement, il y a beaucoup de gens qui ont peur. Mais sache-le que la peur va te détruire, la peur va te tuer, la peur va te déstabiliser. Lève-toi, crois à ton Dieu, crois à la chose qui est en toi, crois à cette opportunité que ça peut être une porte de victoire pour toi, une porte où tu peux utiliser de capacités surnaturelles que Dieu a mis sur toi. Prends bien soin de toi et toujours respecter les consignes. Reste à la maison, lave le main et voilà. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Merci beaucoup.
You know, when it comes to respect, we as children, we need to know how to respect our parents, and we need to know how to communicate with our parents. Also, we need to try to understand our parents. You know, I will try our very best. And I know sometimes our parents might be wrong, but we don't have to always try to give them the reason why for them to be wrong. All right. So I know our parents sometimes they always have their own, you know, issue in general. You know, so they also need to understand our children that we need them, and I will follow the example. So we have a sibling, we have a brother and sister, you know, behind us. So I'm sure they wouldn't like to see us to mistreat some of our siblings the way they treat us. So we need to learn from them, you know, as a role model to us, so we can pass that on, you know, to the future, from the grandchildren, whatever. And well, with God, all is possible.
Yeah.
You know, that's all.
Thank you, Sister Josiane.
My last word would be obviously, as this time of confinement, obviously use it well. Parents, for those who feel like their kids are disrespectful or that there is no mutual understanding, take this time where we are all free, we are all at home, there is no excuse, and actually teach the child, why do they need to respect, what is respect, what is culture, because I feel like most of this generation, maybe the 90s babies, we've got a mixture of culture in the life of today, but after that I feel like there is a lack of knowledge on culture, but we are expected to be held against this culture. So maybe use this time where we can teach our kids what our culture says or how to respect each other, learn your child's personality, discover this new child, and establish a balance and a good communication, and obviously set up your boundaries so we don't go over the boundaries.
Yes, and I would like to add as well that you've listened to every single one of the things that we said. I mean, since last week we started speaking about respect, and because we believe that respect is mandatory. Without respect, really, certain things we just not go right, and then we define what it is. We came back with you when it comes to explain respect, fear, and authority, and the good side of it and then the bad side of it. But and at this time present moment, we are confined, we are at home, and it's important, very very important, to get to know each other. That is also respect. Going to know you as a person, individual. What do you who are you really, and who are your children, who is your husband, what does he like, what does he don't like, because by understanding each other, that's how you can be able to build something strong. All right, the base, the foundation is always important, because if the foundation isn't strong, then whoever comes from outside with their rules and regulation, they will come and break it and just destroy what you guys already built. And then do not let that happen. Even within that, try to incorporate God within it, because I believe that without God, nothing can be possible. But with Him, everything is possible. He is the only one who can help you to understand your children. He's the one who can help you to understand your husband and your household, and really even how to direct you, knowing how to do certain things. Corona is here, it has started, but it will eventually go away. There's the saying that says that même si la nuit tarde, le soleil apparaît toujours. It means that even if the darkness comes in, but the light always shines regardless. And so take this time really to love one another. Don't take out love, because love is like glue. Sometimes when you want to do certain things and then love is not there, then you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do it at all. Love is God, love is within us, love cannot be taken out of us. And I'm recommending you to always have love within you, and respect, authority, and fear it's important to know it well, to be able to use it well, right? And I really asking you to use it in a positive way so we can go forward positively, and that is really what is important. And I don't know if anyone want to say anything else.
Moi, j'aimerais juste dire une chose, que je viens de sortir d'une grande causerie avec l'apôtre Mylène. Il nous a dit une chose très capitale à propos de ces coronavirus. Et si tout le monde va écouter ces conseils, ça sera une très bonne chose. D'être en bonne santé, bien manger, un peu de sport et se protéger.
Oui.
Merci beaucoup.
Also wash your hands, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, no, it's true, it's mandatory, but definitely do take care of yourself, because it's very very important. If you need to go in depth of really what corona is, you'll be shocked. So take care of you, take care of the inside, your outside, because remember, a human being is not just built with what you see, but it has the soul, it has a spirit, it has the body. So with the 3 layers, learn how to take care of it, learn how to appreciate it, and to be able to, how do I say this? Just love each other. Love yourself. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. So I'm sure we will come back. We will come back because this team here is on fire. We will probably going to see each other very soon. And thank you so much for connecting, for being here right now. And we just love you and we say thank you so much once more. Au revoir.
Be blessed.
Bye bye.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer.
Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. La bonne nouvelle en tout temps et en tout lieu. Votre chaîne 100% chrétienne qui vous offre des talk shows encourageants pour apporter une étincelle dans votre vie.
Pourquoi pas devenir your own boss? La méthodologie pour pouvoir trouver une solution à ça. Exactement.
Sous faire du cancer dans un premier cas, nous pouvons aussi faire une récurrence du cancer.
Des moments de divertissement. Des temps d'enseignement et de prière pour soutenir votre croissance spirituelle et entretenir la flamme de Dieu dans votre cœur. De l'actualité, non seulement pour nous tenir informés, mais aussi pour nous sensibiliser sur les réalités du monde autour de nous. Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. La bonne nouvelle en tout temps et en tout lieu.